Last I got that sinking in my stomach from that loss. Of course it's got me thinking's got me flummoxed from the cause. I just wanna know why some of us are guarded. I just wanna know why some of us are haunted. 'Cause in the skies, all we ever wanted. All of us got distracted by the trees inside the forest. 'Cause I was never ready for this. So I can't tell where my heart is. No, it's all in for this. So I can't tell where my heart is. No, it's all in for this.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy here, ACG Afro Car Guy. If it's your first time seeing by, go ahead and stop, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon so you stay notified on these videos when they drop, and let's jump straight into today's video. So, okay, why do we look so tired? Why do we look so sweaty? Guys, we literally went through the entire review just to realize pretty much we weren't recording.
It happens.
It happens. We're human, we make mistakes. So we're gonna try this again. But this time we're sure we're recording, so let's jump right into this. So today I am with,
Rahul,
and we are in his.
1994 Porsche 968.
So tell me, Rahul, what is your connection with this car?
You know, I mean, there's so much to go through here, but I've always liked these kind of offbeat, kind of weird cars, you know, from different eras. This one represents kind of an odd era for Porsche. I think a lot of people forgot about the 968.
Yeah.
It is the last front engine sports car they made. They wouldn't make another car with the engine up front until like the Cayenne. So this was they made this from 1992 to 95, and it's last front engine sports car they made. Just something a little bit different for Porsche, but
Yeah.
you know, we usually know them for their mid-engine and rear-engine cars. The Boxster came in 911, but this is like a more traditional approach to the sports car, but it's still a Porsche, so it's just
Still
cool
got
to
that
have
Porsche
here.
heritage and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah,
but just a
absolutely.
different direction for them before they tried something, you know, while they were going through some trouble.
But for the Porsche we know today, as far as being rear engine, mid-engine, so yeah. Okay.
And as being as big as they weren't nearly as big as they are today when this car came out. Early to mid 90s, Porsche was actually kind of in some financial trouble. They were only selling about 3,000 to 5,000 cars per year. Now it's triple those numbers, so they're doing a lot better now. But that's why I really like this car. It represents just an interesting era of Porsche history.
Porsche, very, very classic look. I was telling them before when we thought we was recording, I love the red on the car because it gives this very this classic look, like it's something more than what it is. Well, not saying that it's not something special, but it's still like this something unique. You know, you don't see that all the time. That styling, that it's like a bottle of fine wine. You know.
Yeah, it is Guards red, so that's that classic Porsche red, really bright, really vibrant. I have some paperwork from some Porsche Club members who run a registry for this car, the 968. Turns out, according to their records, this is one of only 313 ever built with Guards red or black leather interior. So
really,
I mean, overall in the U.S., there's only about 4,600 968s sent to the U.S., split about 50-50 between coupes and convertibles.
Wow.
So it's a fairly rare car.
Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. So, leading to that, what do you say you like the most about the car?
The most, you know, it's every time I take this car out, it gets compliments, it gets thumbs ups and waves. Again, it's one of those cars that people maybe forgot about a little bit, but once they see it again, you know, they realize like, oh, this is something special. Yeah. So it's a fun thing to be seen in, and also, I mean, it's a delightful car to drive. It's great handling, smooth ride, smooth engine pickup. It is still, I mean, it's a Porsche, so it's still fairly luxurious,
right? But
very much enjoyable to drive, and just a unique experience to have it.
It feels like a real driver's car, to be honest.
Very much so.
It's a 6-speed, which also surprised me because I thought it was a 5-speed. At first thought you would think 5-speed. No, it's actually a 6-speed transmission. And you was telling me that this was the only 6-speed that came in the car compared to the actual sport cars. That
Like
makes sense?
during that time, Porsche sold 3 different cars. They sold the 968, which is this one, the 911, which we all know, and the 928, which is another like front engine, rear wheel drive, big coupe with a V8 engine.
Word.
Those cars had 5-speed manuals or 4-speed automatics.
What?
This is the only car that had a 6-speed manual available at the time.
That's awesome. What? Okay. So what would you say like the least about the car then?
It's kind of like the best part is also the most intimidating part.
Really? What is
I
that?
like how rare and kind of unique and special it is, but that also makes it sort of a difficult thing to support in that you really have to know where to look and who to talk to find parts, to find somebody. Like, unless you're super handy yourself, you got to know the right people to work on them. Because like some things are pretty easy to address, spark plugs, even the timing belt is actually fairly accessible and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the clutch is a 14-hour job. Because the transmission for this car, that's a big standout thing for these cars, is the engine's up front, the transmission's on the rear axle, what they call them Transaxle Porsches.
So that's actually pretty interesting. I'm still learning mechanical stuff. So, you know, the engine's up front.
Yeah.
Our gear shifter's right here, but the trans is in the back. So I wonder how those coexist, if that makes sense, you know?
So it's not unusual, but it's not, you'll see transaxles on some other cars out there, like the Corvette, for example. From like the C5, C6, C7, they all have rear transaxles.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Are you what?
Yeah, the Maserati Gran Turismo, that's another, I mean, a little more offbeat example, but yeah, that's another example of
Interesting.
cars.
Okay. All right. So, what would you say, or what's all been done to the car up until this point, since you've pretty much been trying to preserve classic Porsche, if that makes sense?
Yeah, so about in 2016, so around about 5 years ago, there's a big documented thread on Renless, which is a Porsche forum. 2 owners ago, he went through and thoroughly restored this car. I mean, just made everything perfect, replaced all the rubber bushings, did all the hard work to this car. And then it ended up down here in 2017, down in Georgia, and then I bought it a few months ago, in March, so it'll be roughly 3 months ago now that I bought this car. I'm just trying to preserve it, make it as perfect as I can. If I am to modify it at all, it will be with Porsche factory parts. So maybe if I can get it to sit a little bit lower and get like a catless exhaust or something for it. But otherwise, I just want to enjoy it and kind of share its history and sort of remind people in and outside of the scene of what this car is and what it represents in the timeline. And
Right.
I have been collecting like old dealer brochures and advertisements and records and stuff for it to kind of support everything that goes with this car.
Right.
So I even have the original window sticker, the original toolkit. So
That's
going
great.
like full classic car mode with this.
Real Doug DeMuro type stuff right here,
Very
guys.
much so.
That's dope. All right, guys, we're getting out on this highway. We're gonna see if we get a little pull real quick and see if we can get some twisties and turns in a second.
Yeah.
I'm so mad we weren't recording. Like, we go back to check the footage and you just see us talking in slow motion. I'm like, that's not supposed to happen.
Well,
That's nice. That
just means we get to do it better this time around. So
we had
open up
practice.
some room. So above 4,000 RPM is where it really.
Yeah, it really
Pushing
gets
this
you
guy
in
kinda
right there. Yeah.
But you can feel it. I mean, it's very smooth. It's very effortless pull.
Yeah.
The acceleration is very linear. So that's one thing I really like about this engine. It pulls exactly as hard as you're pushing the throttle. So with light throttle, light pull, the more you lean into it, it's very, very linear, very progressive, very
It's not
predictable.
told or anything. This is all stock.
This is stock exhaust, yeah.
I like that. Very.
I mean, this is
healthy.
before they were really like tuning engines to sound a certain way.
Yeah.
Tuning exhaust kits for like, crackle tune and all that. This is just what the engine sounds like.
This is what you get. Nice. I like that.
Great visibility too.
Nice. What are the future plans for the car?
Again, I'm just trying to preserve it, get it out to more big automotive events. I took it to Amelia Island at the end of May this year. If you haven't been to Amelia Island, Concours d'Elegance, it is one of the best automotive experiences you'll ever have. It's a 4-day event. It goes from Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah.
You don't even need a ticket to enjoy like 80% of the stuff there.
Really?
You could really just You could make a whole video on this by
Just
itself.
walking around.
It's just such a good automotive event, and pretty much anything you can think of, from like classics to exotics to oddballs to even like tuner cars and stuff, just for the people who show up.
Yeah.
There's something for everybody out there, and so just trying to share it and get it out to more events like that. I was able to take part this year, and it was really fun. And yeah, just build its value.
Nice.
Okay, let's see. I hope it's open here. Give me a red light. Oh, damn it. Oh well. We're gonna get to a road that I like with a few curves. This is honestly really where this car stands out. It's fairly quick for what it is, but handling is this car's forte.
Yeah. A lot of people think, oh wow.
So I'll do 0 to 60 in right about 6 seconds.
Yeah, that moves. Car doesn't seem upset about it at all. Like it seems to
it
enjoy
shrugs it off, yeah.
A lot of people think you gotta have like 1,000-some horsepower to enjoy your car. That's not the case, guys. Why do you think cars like the Miata and S2000 do so well?
Exactly.
Driver experience.
Yeah, so getting into these curves, it's very, very predictable.
Yeah.
Like you can feel the lean in the body, but you can tell that the center of gravity is way down low.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to want to lose control for a car its age. It seems to hold up very well.
Yeah, the platform is very solid, and that definitely contributes. Like the suspension is doing what it needs to do. You're not getting any flex from the body. This is a hard thing to describe on camera, but from the steering helm, like it feels like the steering column is pretty much welded to the frame. There's no shake in here. There's no looseness. It's very, very planted. And this is an almost 30-year-old car.
Yeah, that's what's impressive about it. I'm looking like, oh man, this is all OEM parts right now. But then again, you're still talking about a company that makes race cars 24/7. Porsche. It's not like it's Toyota or anything like that. Not against Toyota, but
Toyota has a pretty rich motorsport history too, but you know, their road cars are not built to reflect that. Porsches very much are.
yeah.
And this was supposed to be like, kind of feel the cams kick over, just like VTEC there. So this was Porsche's entry-level car at the time.
Yeah.
They were trying to appeal to a wider audience than what the 911 could offer. The thing is, if you look at the window sticker for this car, back in '94, this thing cost $41,000.
Really?
That's $76,000 in today's money.
time. What?
So it's still like a pretty handsome amount of money to pay.
Yeah.
But that's incidentally, that's the price of right now a Porsche Cayman S. So they still kind of kept within that bracket.
That entry level price tag. That makes sense. Snap. The Eclipse can handle, guys, but this is like this is different. This is different, man.
Oh, this is new. So guys, in the road. Okay. He's not in the road.
They weren't there a second ago.
Get around there.
And it's not like these seats are fairly well bolstered, but these aren't like no 6-point harnesses and stuff like that.
These aren't even the sports seats.
These aren't even sports seats,
Sports
really.
seats had bigger bolsters. That was an option for this car.
I'm pretty well planted, to be honest.
And I took this, you know, we drove to Amelia Island. It's a 5.5-hour drive. This was plenty comfortable.
What?
So even that, like, it just holds.
It just wants to stick everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
You know, it's a playful car. You don't have to drive it fast to really enjoy it. But it just does what you tell it to do.
I am sold. I don't know what car I'm gonna get next. Whatever it's gonna be, definitely has to be something to excite me. That's nice. Alright guys, well that's just gonna about do it for this week's video. I hope you all guys liked and enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will catch y'all next time. Don't forget to hold that dream.
Guys, my name's Rahul. Thanks for checking out this video. If y'all want to know anything more about my Porsche 968, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And remember, hold that dream.